Britain's emergency bikers are on the front line, racing to protect the public and save lives. And they've never been more crucial. With 33 million vehicles on UK roads, the country's congested cities and major routes are the busiest in Europe. The bike squads of Essex Police and West Midlands Ambulance Service provide help where it's most needed, fast.
Roof off job. No reason you can have a lock knife. Straightforward offence. How many bangs did you hear?
On emergency bikers, there's been a shooting.
How many bangs did you hear? 2 bangs you heard.
It's in and out.
In and out. It's come out the neck.
A biker goes for a dip.
Within 2 miles of this house, there's been 3 deaths in recent years.
And a headmaster needs help fast.
There's a heart attack occurring as we speak.
Birmingham city centre, and the 3 emergency biker paramedics are waiting for a call.
You get to promenade in the sun?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
You said you were gorgeous then, mate.
She's right.
So, opticians, get out into High Street.
But when a call comes in, they're ready for action, and they can ride their Yamaha FJR 1300's top speed of 130, where traditional ambulances can't. Mark Hayes.
We don't have sat-navs. Reason for that is in the city centre, we don't always use the roads.
It takes precision riding to go straight onto a railway station platform, right into shopping precincts, or abandon the road altogether. To capture the action, we've put special cameras on each rider and bike, so we arrive at the scene the second they do. But as they risk their own lives to save others, not all calls are what they might seem.
Roger, understood. En route now.
A man is reported to be in trouble in the city centre. On call, Barry Rudge. Riding through the pedestrian area, Barry is on scene in just seconds. But there's no patient.
I mean, it's just took me 20 seconds to get here. There's nobody here. They're chasing the call back and listening to the actual recording to see if he's wandered off anywhere.
The 999 call came from a telephone kiosk, and Barry's worried what it might be.
We can get a lot of prank calls during the school holidays. Some people just make the calls and wander off again, and we don't wait for the ambulance to come out. Or a good member of the public might ring on behalf of somebody, and then that person doesn't want an ambulance, gets embarrassed and wanders off. It's just a matter of waiting now for the control to come back to us.
It's frustrating, but it has to be treated like any other emergency call.
Unfortunately, as well as the other aspect of this is while we're tied up on this job, if there is something else going on and somebody really does need us, we're stuck here until control go through the system and actually clear this call off. Roger, we can confirm there isn't a patient here, so if you don't mind, we will clear and we'll drop back into Cherry Street. Over.
It has taken Barry out of the system for 15 minutes. West Midlands Ambulance Service handle 2,000 calls a day, but only 10% of those are genuine emergencies. It's something that really gets to Mark Hayes.
False and malicious calls, they make me very angry because, one, I put my life at risk by responding on blue lights and sirens to a job, which, two, in turn, puts other road users or pedestrians in the city centre at risk, and members of the public that are ill and need a fast response vehicle puts them at risk because we're then tied up. So it has a knock-on effect for everybody.
A Category A call has just come in. It's the most serious type. A woman has collapsed in a shopping centre.
Yes, that's okay, thank you.
Mark is en route, riding right into the heart of the precinct, stopping just yards from the patient.
She started passing in and out of consciousness. Okay. She's back now.
We are not allowed into the shop and must wait on the concourse. Mark has now been with the patient for 20 minutes. It's not looking good. We learn an ambulance has been called. After 30 minutes, Mark emerges from the shop.
Serious?
period pains. I mean, I do sympathise, but what's annoying is when they know they have period pains and don't take any pain relief, and they have severe period pains. It's manageable. It must be unpleasant, but it's manageable, and it's not being managed, and that's what's happened today. She's severe pain, passed out. She's not took anything for the pain all day. This actually came through as life-threatening and A category response, which quite clearly it isn't. So.
The woman will still have to go to casualty in an ambulance. She's a long way from home, and there's no one to take her there. Evening rush hour, and the city centre's roads are jammed. Mark's responding to a call that a man has been hit by a car. Weaving through the traffic, he covers the 3-mile journey in just over 4 minutes and is first on scene.
How are we doing there? Right.
I can't get the chat, the gentleman.
Okay, nice and still, please.
Doesn't speak much English.
Doesn't?
No,
We need to get a translator. Does anybody know?
With language barriers, this is going to be a tough shout for Mark. Birmingham is one of the most diverse cities in the UK with 20 different languages.
Any pain in his neck or his back at all, can you ask him? Has he got pain in his neck? It's really important. He's got pain. Okay. Keep still then. I'm just going to get Steve, you head for us, please. All right, because he's got neck pain, we need to keep him still and nice and straight. All right, got a real language barrier. Just come up over the bonnet, query us to speed. He's saying he's got pain in his knee, his neck and his head. Okay. All right, and that's as far as we've got. All right.
Witnesses suggest the car was going at less than 10 miles an hour, and there's some dispute over whether the man was actually hit.
Under 10? Yeah, paramedic start. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, thank you.
But Mark can't take any chances.
Just relax a second. You're really tense. Relax. Can you look at me a second? Move your hand. Look at me. Open your eyes. Look at me. Now. Tell me to open his eyes.
As he continues with checks, Mark suspects that the man is faking some, if not all, of his injuries.
Yeah, no, he can open his eyes, mate. It's not going to stop him from opening his eyes. And let there be light. No, you're deliberately trying to close your eyes. Open your eyes. Mate, it's not a game, yeah? It's not a game. Also, he's smiling as well. It's not a game. Open his eyes.
The emergency bikers have seen enough to know when someone is playing the fool.
It's not fun. We're going to do everything. We do it by the book. Collar board, please, and we'll do the full Monty. All right. Smiling or grinning away underneath there.
So very funny, calling me.
Yeah, uncover your face, chap. Slide down.
Oh, you understood that?
Yeah, uncover your face, chap. And grinning away.
He's loving it.
He is, isn't he?
But the man will still have to be taken to hospital, whatever Mark's doubts.
Dear. It annoys me because I just feel he wasn't being totally honest with us. We've got 2 police cars, a responder vehicle, an ambulance, myself. There's people out there that do need a vehicle. There's people here that do have homes and family to go home to. Can't call him a liar, he's a patient at the end of the day, but I have my doubts.
Essex, the emergency biker cop squad's priority, is policing the 5,000 miles of roads in the county. But they have to be equipped to deal with anything. Brushing up on his self-defense skills, PC Ray Jeffrey.
Single hand, strong hand, or both hands. And it is a strike. We're not pushing, actually striking through with a body weight.
The baton use, the CS spray that we're issued with, vehicle tactics, unarmed defence tactics.
Beautiful.
I've certainly had to strike a violent individual, and handcuffing is routine because we do meet a lot of angry people.
Cool, good stuff, well done.
It's crucial in our day-to-day policing. You just never know who you're going to be stopping at the side of the road. We also assist with domestic disputes, and punch-ups in the street, anything really that we're available for. You don't know when you're going to need to use some of the tools of the trade.
Stop struggling!
Assaults on police in the UK have risen more than 10% in the last 3 years to more than 7,000. And Birmingham's biker paramedics have also had their fair share of close shaves.
On a late shift, we knocked the front door, and the other guy that I was with when I was first learning, he pushed me to the side, and a double-barrel shotgun came out through the letterbox. You tend to have to look at situations, what could happen always, and not what is happening at that point in time to keep yourself safe.
Last year, gun crime claimed 39 lives in Britain. As one of the bigger police forces, the West Midlands is one of the 3 areas which account for 65% of homicides, and the city has seen its fair share of violence.
Received, thank you.
There's been a shooting and Mark is racing to the scene. All emergency services are scrambled and will rendezvous at the scene, if they can find the victim.
Thank you. I'm in attendance at the junction. Is there a rendezvous point and any more details?
The casualty could be losing blood fast. Every second counts.
We'll have a look up there. Have a look up there.
Mark, the ambulance crew and fellow paramedic Barry are all frantically searching for the victim.
Somewhere here.
Yeah, we're looking, we can't find.
Three minutes later, they locate him.
All right, sir. All right, okay, all right. What happened?
Been shot.
You've been shot. Okay, keep still, keep still, keep still. Keep still.
He staggered into a nearby house, taking the owner by surprise.
Knocked on the door, he sort of left me. I think he was looking for someone else just to answer a distress call. Opened the door and he's come running back to me. He's quickly phoned an ambulance. I've been shot.
How many times were you shot, young man?
No. You don't know. How many bangs did you hear? 2 bangs you heard.
Well, they've got two entrance wounds, or we've got an entry. I think it's 2 entries.
Relax, relax.
The man is in shock and sweating profusely. Bullets can ricochet in the body, shattering bone. His heart could be damaged, his lungs and his blood vessels pierced. This could be life-threatening.
You're going to lose your cap, dude, all right?
Have a listen to the left-hand side of his chest.
Is his mum there, please? He's just come straight to my
Watch your
house.
hand.
There's been an accident. I need to speak to
take
his
this
mum
straight,
there,
mate.
please. All right then, can you? He's been in an accident. He's been shot.
Clear, right side clear. He's got a.
Been shot.
He's going to have a pneumothorax.
Well, I'm just some. I'm a nobody. He's just come knocking on my door.
Yes, he has. Definite.
You sure?
Nice and quiet a second, please. Can I borrow your stethoscope? Can I have a go? Right. Deep breath.
Mark checks his airways.
And again. Okay, good man. And again. Yeah. He's got good bilateral air entry.
At the moment, his lungs seem okay.
Chap, your trousers are going to have to be cut. We need to check over your top to toe. All right.
Do you hurt anywhere else? In your chest?
Oh, down my left side, you know.
But just in your body?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking, so it's come across here. We got.
I think they're both entry wounds. I think it's 2 entries.
Okay, just give us your...
Watch your hand a sec, chap.
One of them's not big enough for an exit.
I'm just going to bandage that because that's loose.
That's an entrance, isn't it?
They
were behind you. Mark, it's in and out.
In and out. It's come out the neck.
It's in there, straight, and it's bounced off his shoulder blade and
Come up through the skin.
Yeah.
It looks as though there's only one bullet, known as a through and through, but it could have hit one of the major vessels in the neck, the carotid, which carries blood to the brain. There could be a risk of hemorrhage.
I think we need to grab a collar because of where it is.
Okay.
You want to grab a collar, we'll collar him.
I've got a collar in my bag.
Suddenly, Mark spots a stranger at the door.
Not here.
Are you with these, are you? Is he family with you? Do you want to get out? Do you want to get out of the house, please?
Okay.
Out the house.
Gonna feel uncomfortable, alright?
The gunman might still be in the area. Everyone must be on alert.
Just make sure there's no lads hanging around out there. I don't know who he is. He's just wandered into the house. Cheers, Dan.
Okay.
Some strange lads just wandered into the house. We just want to make sure it's clear to go out.
The victim must go to hospital fast.
Good lad.
Just relax.
Still down, Kurt. Good lad. Spot on, swing your legs up, pick up, bump there. Good lad.
Mark will go with him in the ambulance. And there is a problem developing.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
A single shot wound, entry and exit. Entry is left shoulder blade. Exit's coming out to the left front of neck. ETA of about 6 minutes. Cheers, thank you. Bye. About ready. I think we need to reassess the chest, have another listen.
Yeah, I was going to say, my stats there, do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Diminish on the left.
Diminished left upper. Now, what's probably happened is that your lungs collapsed on the left side. Yeah, we're getting air entry down the bottom of your lung. At the top, it's quiet. But you've got to bear in mind where you've been shot. It's come in your back and it's come out of your neck, and the path that it seems to... No, you'll be all right, dude. You're awake, you're talking, and you've got the A-team on the job. You'll be all right, dude. No, you'll be all right, mate. You'll be all right. You're going to Silly Oak, which is one of the best trauma centres out. I'll look after you, mate.
2 minutes later, they're at the hospital.
He's heard 2 bangs. He's got 2 wounds, believe one to be an entry on his left shoulder blade.
Okay, thank you. Can we transfer him and set him up? I want to see the back straight away.
The adrenaline is flowing, my heart's pumping, a bit warm. It's a firearms incident, so firearms are first on scene. Obviously, they are concerned with where it's took place. Is there somebody else walking around with a firearm? They need to locate that person. But first and foremost, it's patient treatment. That's what we need to be doing. That's what it's about.
The biker paramedics are seeing more and more violent incidents, which puts them in the line of fire.
It's highly likely, with the volume of people that are there, that the offender is close by or even watching what's going on, which you don't stop and think about that because you deal with a job in hand, you're there to do a job, and that's what you do. But afterwards, you think, well, hang on a minute, I could have been at risk, somebody could have been there, something could have happened to me. But at the end of the day, I'm here to do a job. I enjoy my job, and it won't stop me doing my job.
The Essex Police Motorcycle Squad has a road network of thousands of miles to keep safe. Backed up by intelligence and automatic number plate recognition cameras, the cops on their powerful BMW R1200 RTs are faster than a cop car to intercept offenders. The A12 is known as one of the worst roads in Britain. It's an economic lifeline for Essex. But in 6 months alone, it's claimed 2 lives and injured 82. On duty, PC Roy Keys. He's onto a rental car that has been flagged up.
That's right. You got your licence with you?
The driver only holds a provisional licence, but there are no L plates on the car, and he should be supervised by a full licensed driver.
You haven't got any L plates, have you? Pardon?
It was on yesterday, it must have gone 50.
There are 2 passengers with him. One's banned from driving, so Roy checks on the other.
Can we just do another #DL to see what his licence is? Michael, this fella's only got a provisional licence anyway. To be supervised, you need to have someone who's 21 years or more and has held a full licence for 3 years. Now, just to explain what's happening, I've got bad news coming in your direction. Because you've got a provisional licence, if you're committing an offence of driving otherwise in accordance with a licence, which you are, in that you're not being supervised and you haven't got L plates on, the car gets seized by the police.
It's a rental vehicle, officer.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but it's to stop you driving in these circumstances. Our hands are tied somewhat in that as soon as we're committing this offence. The problem is, if I was to say to you, hang on, listen carefully. If I was to say to you, drive carefully, and I know it's a remote chance, but you get involved in a crash or something, you'd be in trouble and my job would be in trouble. Yeah, so hang on, please. I'm not going to put myself in that situation. So as soon as we stop someone in these circumstances, that's what happens.
The reason why I've been pulled over, because it's a nice day, yeah? IC3 mil, as they call it, you know, IC3 mil. I don't know, like, I see him, he saw me, and it's just like, from there, just something was kicked in his head that something's going wrong. The only thing that's going wrong is that my L plate's not on the car, so...
I'd probably issue him with a fixed penalty ticket, which is a £60 fine and 3 points. We're still just checking out the legitimacy of him actually renting the vehicle, because it seems unusual for a rental company to rent a car to someone with only a provisional licence.
Yeah? That's what it seems like.
Seems like what?
These guys, yeah? These guys right now, they ain't got nothing to do. It's a nice day, they got nothing to do.
Us to do? Got loads to do.
Basically, they're trying to make themselves feel like they're doing a good job, but they're not. All they're doing is just harassing people.
Not harassing, I've never met you before in my life.
But you're harassing people, isn't it?
What do you think so?
They got their job to do, innit? Making the world safer and that. These are the real heroes, man. Look, they're stopping real crime right now. It's a nice day in that. Should be out there doing like stopping robberies or I don't know, doing some burglary jobs or something. Or stolen cars or something. Why pay more? You know what I mean?
Further checks reveal that all is in order with the rental of the car, but that doesn't mean to say it won't be seized.
This is a seizure notice. The vehicle's been here, this is important. Being seized because you're committing that offence, which I've outlined. The procedure to get it back, someone is going to have to pay £150 and £20 a day.
That's what I mean. It's their car, so they've got to bring all that down, innit?
Well,
it's not my vehicle.
It's not your vehicle, but you've got certain responsibilities as a driver. Okay, that's yours.
The lads have a long walk to the next services to call a cab and get home. Roy's no newcomer to heated exchanges.
Yeah, they seemed okay in the end. But, obviously, you know, we stop a car in these circumstances, there's only ever going to be one result. We've just had the rental company phoning up. Obviously, they've got wind of what's happened. Obviously, it's a 59 plate Peugeot. They're keen to get it back as soon as they can. So, I don't think the driver's going to be interested in going and collecting it, but the rental company are. And presumably, they're going to send them a big bill.
Birmingham. A call's come in for a suspected heart attack. On duty, Steve Harris.
Two and two details received, over.
He makes his 3.5-mile journey across the city to Harborne in 7 minutes and is first through the door. Headmaster Alan Browning had breathing problems during morning assembly and is now really struggling.
Hello, sir. What's happening to you?
Well, panting.
Do you have any pain at all?
Not really, a bit of hardness there, perhaps. Hardness here.
Okay. Okay. Just try and relax. I know it's easy for me to say. Yeah. All right. Have you ever had anything like this before?
Well, it was a minor case of it yesterday.
Yeah. I tell you, yesterday, I'd had 3 episodes after a walk on Sunday. Monday, suddenly, breathless or whatever, went to Celio, couldn't see anything on it, got discharged yesterday. They're going to do a stress test in the future. But this is worse than anything.
This is the worst one that you've had.
And you talked about tingling in that,
I'm just going to...
that arm.
Shortness of breath, tingling in the arm, and the tightening of the chest are early signs of a heart attack. An ambulance is on its way. Steve runs some checks.
His blood pressure was up yesterday. They thought it could have been the anxiety of the...
I was just about to say, under these circumstances, we would expect some high blood pressure.
Yeah,
just as you say, through anxiety.
Yeah.
Have you eaten yet today?
Yes.
Yeah. Just relax from that. What I want to do is just do your blood sugars. And to do that, I'm going to need a little spot of blood.
The ambulance is just minutes away, but Alan's breathing is getting worse.
How are you feeling? Anything changing?
Just need to get a breath in.
Sharp stretch.
If blood sugar levels are low, it suggests palpitations and anxiety, which could lead to seizure. Alan's clearly deteriorating.
Just tell me what's happening, please.
I'm just needing to get somewhere where I'm comfortable.
Would you be more comfortable sitting up?
Breathing problems lying down is a sign of a heart in trouble. Steve needs to keep Alan quiet and calm. Steve's been on scene for 9 minutes, and now the ambulance crew arrive to get Alan to hospital.
Probably back up in. Oh, hello there. Hello.
An ECG, or electrocardiogram, maps the activity of the heart, and Alan is showing some worrying signs.
Well, it's certainly in 5 and 4. One.
One in AVL and 5 and 4.
Yeah.
All right, my love. We got some changes on your ECG today, all right, sweetheart? So we're going to pop some oxygen on you. I need to put the cannula into your arm as well. We're going to have to give the hospital a shout, all right, to tell them what we found. There may be a possibility we're going to be going straight to have an angiogram now, all right, my love? Yeah. Try and relax as much as you can. I know it's easy to say.
Alan is suffering a heart attack at this moment. Parts of his heart aren't working as they should. Serious heart failure is a real possibility.
Is there GTN and aspirin in the...
Yes, there is, on the right-hand side. The right-hand pouch. Should all be in there.
Steve uses GTN spray to dilate vessels and boost blood flow.
Tastes a little bit funny, okay? And you may also start to feel a little bit of
I think it's height and weight.
He also gives Alan aspirin to reduce the risk of blood clots and break down any which might already exist.
There will be a cardiac doctor waiting for Alan. He will be seen as soon as he's in there, and if the cardiac doctor agrees with our diagnosis, he'll be in theatre within 30 minutes or so.
With 27 years service under his belt, Steve is in no doubt he has the best job in the world.
When I joined the service, motorcycles were unheard of. I believe that West Midland Ambulance were the first in the world to introduce paramedics on motorcycles. I'd recently done the paramedic training, qualified as that, and then to be able to ride a motorbike as well. It was a fantastic feeling.
But he's also seen plenty of changes.
We get a lot of rubberneckers. It seems we're prime entertainment, I think, in the street. Wherever we pull up, people will gather to see what we're doing. It can cause problems. We get lots of crowding. We do get people bringing the mobile phones out and trying to film what's happening. We try, if we can, to take control of the scene, get the people to stand back a bit, to give us a bit of space, give the patient a bit of privacy, a bit of dignity. But it doesn't always work.
But he has a surefire way of handling the pressure. After long shifts on the bike, Steve takes to 4 wheels, off-roading in his custom-built Land Rover Discovery 300 TDI.
Every modification that's been made is to make the truck more effective. It goes exactly where I point it. Doesn't let me down. I've been happy to drive it on a 6,000-mile trip to Morocco through the Sahara Desert. No problems. It's nice to get out and about. It's nice to get away from the city. You're in the countryside. You're with a group of great people, and it's just an escape. Within the club, my nickname is Leadfoot. When I first started this hobby, I was under the impression that you needed speed and momentum to get through. Therefore, I used to put my foot down. I've now learned to calm things down a bit, but they still call me Leadfoot.
Essex, picturesque Finchingfield in the northwest of the county, said to be the most photographed village in England. Residents happily welcome most visitors. But there are some others would rather not have around. Trying to keep the peace, PC Roy Keys.
I think the majority probably tolerate them, understand they're going to come here, but you know, they just hope that they ride safely.
The roads in and around the village are a biker's paradise, but there's a price to pay. Over the last 3 years, within a 2-mile radius, 7 bikers have been seriously injured and 2 killed.
You know, and I'm all for the fact that these guys keep the pub and trade and all of that sort of stuff. But it's a bloody nuisance, you know, and, you know, we've got friends that are bikers and that's all fine, but not at the expense of our cats and our dogs and our kids.
In response to the residents' complaints, Roy is enforcing the 30-mile-an-hour limit around the village.
The residents do get upset, A, with speeding motorcyclists, and antisocial riding. You know, the vast majority of the motorcyclists respect the speed limit. You're always going to get a very small percentage who perhaps aren't interested in what we've got to say and, you know, will misbehave whether we're here or not.
And soon he's called to an incident on the edge of the village. A man test riding a brand new £10,000 bike has lost control on a bend. He's ripped through a hedge and landed in a garden pond. He's been lucky no one else was involved, and as the biker cops take a statement, the only thing hurt is perhaps his pride. But the resident, whose pond he plunged into, has had enough.
The second time this has happened within 2 years, 3 years maybe. The motorcyclists that fall off always say they weren't going fast. They treat this road as a racetrack. They're not going anywhere. They're not travelling to see people or go to places. They're just using it as a circuit to race around on. It has been said that an awful lot of Essex police are motorcyclists themselves, and there's a sense that, well, they're not really that interested.
Roy's interested, and while he waits for a crane to come and retrieve the bike, he breaks out the speed gun.
Get 75, it bloke make his day, but no, they're not speeding. They're just about on the limit.
The people up here have been complaining about this for at least the last 10 or 15 years, and the hazards. I mean, within 2 miles of this house, there's been 3 deaths in recent years.
The biker will be charged with careless driving, but instead of a penalty, gets the chance to do a bike-safe course. 250 motorcyclists have been killed or seriously injured over the last year in Essex. The biker cops run more than 40 educational programs in a bid to bring down the rate. One of the instructors is PC Ray Jeffrey. He's as mad about bikes off-duty as he is on, the 3rd generation of bikers in the family. His pride and joy is his Honda ST1100 Pan-European Tourer.
You can't beat the feeling of freedom, but above all that, it's the performance. You can buy performance cars, but I don't think you get the same exhilaration that you get with 2 wheels. And the skill that goes with it, you know, to safely negotiate a whole series of bends at a fairly high speed, there's a lot of mental input to that. I think a lot more than you have to input with cars. It's still down to pilot error if you come a cropper on one of these things.
Roy boasts an accident-free record in 24 years of riding, but he's seen enough to want to keep other bikers out of trouble.
Probably the worst one from memory. Didn't result in a fatality, thank goodness, but a young rider, 24-year-old, who was the same age as my son at the time, been riding a good few years, had a large sports bike, negotiating a swooping right-hand bend. Car driver coming in the opposite direction on his phone and hit the bike full on, and unfortunately took the lad's leg off at the knee. And having been airlifted to Broomfield Hospital, they realised that his arm was also damaged beyond repair, and they had to amputate his arm as well. So there he is, 24 years of age, minus 2 limbs.
It's accidents like this that spurred the police into creating Bike Safe to assess and advise riders.
You're obviously a bit of a sports bike fan then?
Yeah, I do like them, Brad. I'm looking at getting a touring bike actually.
What, as well as? Or?
I'd like to, but the wife is sort of showing an interest that she wants to come out with us, and I really wouldn't want to take her on the back of this.
No, that'd crucify her, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Mike.
Classic mistake for motorcyclists is not realising how quick they're travelling until they have to brake, leaving their braking way too late, and having done that, looking at hedges, looking at ditches, because invariably you'll go where you're looking. Neither of you ride dangerously. In fact, you're both very competent riders, but we can all learn. Remember, it's that moment that you switch off. It's a moment that some bugger will catch you out and you see it.
Yeah, it went really well. I've learnt a lot. I would definitely recommend it.
Motorcyclists are exposed to danger in that even a minor coming together between a car and a bike can result in broken limbs. Today is about trying to give back some of the skills that we have and basically trying to keep them alive.
Essex, and the biker cops are coming off duty. It's been another safe day on the road for them, but they don't take any chances with their gear. PC Martin Ackers.
Yeah, the gear which we wear has all been carefully selected so that we are given the maximum amount of protection possible. Imagine coming off a motorcycle, 70 miles an hour, and all you're wearing is just a crash helmet, t-shirt in the hot weathers, shorts, maybe a pair of jeans. It doesn't bear thinking about. I've seen some horrific injuries. Classic one which I remember. Guy parked a company with a motorcycle, hot weather, didn't have a pair of gloves on, and the first thing he'd obviously had done is put his hands out when falling off the bike, and they'd made contact with the road surface. And one hand in particular, I looked at the injury, and literally the skin had been removed from the palm of his hand, and you could see where the road surface had ground away his bone as well, where he'd taken that initial impact onto the road surface. All for the sake of my hands getting a bit hot in a pair of gloves. Absolutely horrific.
65% of biker injuries happen between April and September when the weather's at its best. On speed patrol and hammering home the clothing message, PC Mick Wills.
This is the route that the bikers will use as a little playground. Last Thursday we had a biker seriously injured along this stretch of road here. All the right gear on, riding nicely. Might be a policeman. Headquarters down there.
Only 1% of all drivers in the UK are bikers, but they are 30 times more likely to die than a motorist. So it's wise to take every precaution.
Hiya! Just come round and round, just pull over here please for me. Quick chat with you, okay? Thank you. Hello.
I had your bag on my back.
Have you? Do you want to just jump off and take your...
Yeah.
Thanks very much. What's your... You're not getting a ticket right before we start, so you know it's just a chat, okay? What's your name?
Martel.
Martel?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Mick Martel. But we'll have a chat with you about the clothing you're wearing.
I've got my jacket on.
And your trousers. Have they got armour in them? They're not those dragging jeans, are they?
No, they're just jeans.
That's going to hurt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you got gear?
Yeah, at home. Yeah, I was just popping out quickly so my friends dropping Xbox off and I was going home.
60 miles an hour, it's quite a high speed to be on your arse in a pair of jeans, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bumping down the road. Give yourself half a chance to put some kit on.
The only legal requirement for a biker is a helmet. Everything else should be common sense.
That's crazy. Oh, mate. Just go round and round about and just pull in behind my bike, please.
Yeah, sure.
Nice bit of kit.
Cheers. Should be for the price I'm hopeful.
How much?
£8.5 grand.
£18,500. I do want to speak to you about how you look. Do you feel a bit vulnerable or not?
Not really, because I've got my lid on, but I know what you're going to say.
What am I going to say?
Put some jeans on or put a suit on, yeah.
Yeah, what's going to happen if you have an accident? You're going to get mashed, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
What would you think if you saw yourself riding down the road?
Well, at first glance, I wouldn't think that looks pretty cool, but at second glance, I think if
it does look cool. I agree with you. It does look cool. And I'm jealous. I'm jealous I'm not that brave.
Yeah, no, it's fair enough.
It's got that, and ain't a lot, is it? And that, crash helmet. That's it. It's skinned alive if you end up rolling down the road. You haven't even got gloves on, have you? You been hit by a bee yet?
Yeah, they hurt.
They really hurt at 60, don't they? Yeah, they do. Whether stopping them and telling them makes any difference whatsoever, I have no idea. You know, it'd be interesting to see him tomorrow, how he goes to work in the morning when it's nice and hot again. But, we'll have a go, won't you?
Birmingham, an emergency biker paramedic, Barry Rudge, has been called to a woman who's collapsed in a bus stop. He's a few hundred metres away and arrives in seconds.
We'll do your blood pressure, we'll do your oxygen levels, okay? Young Pat here has given blood for the, how many times this? 86th time. So she's given plenty during her career. She stood up to catch the bus when it turned up and she's gone giddy and passed out, ended up on the floor and she started vomiting. So her blood pressure might have been down a little bit while she was sitting down after giving blood. It went down too low and she's actually fainted. Are you feeling okay while you're sitting still?
Sick. It's all better than it was.
All right. Your blood pressure's okay at the moment, all right? Perhaps they took a little bit too much this time, eh?
Over the years, 71-year-old Pat's donated more than 45 litres of blood, the equivalent of a full tank of petrol in a small car.
So, have you got one of those medal things for giving lots and lots and lots? Which medal are you up to? Gold. Right, your oxygen levels are fine. We'll just do a quick check on your blood sugar levels. Did they give you a nice sweet cup of tea and stuff like that to follow it up?
An ambulance is on its way to take Pat to hospital.
Here's your free piece of NHS cotton wool. Treat it with respect. You don't get many of them. When we get you on the vehicle, if you're still giddy, we can pop you down the hospital. We might be able to use I think it might be a good idea to have a trip down to the hospital, don't you?
Pat will need monitoring. Any more dizzy spells might result in a serious fall and worrying injuries.
Right then, young lady, very carefully put your bottom there. That's a girl. I don't think people should be worried about giving blood. It's just the odd occasion. This happened to Patricia a couple of years ago, and she's given 6 more units since that point in time. She still feels a little rough, to say the least. She's got some abdo pains due to the vomiting. Hopefully her husband will be able to come and fetch her a bit later on this evening. She can have a day of rest and be looked after by her husband with tea and biscuits tomorrow.
As his shift draws to an end, Barry grabs a well-deserved snack.
During the day, control, I've got a window to give us our break. So when we take our breaks, we just park up in the city centre and eat whatever we want, really, within reason. The trouble is, if you get a treble 9 call, it has to go in the bin. Or you get ice nose, we're trying to eat it too quickly. Obviously, being in this trade, you have to sort of keep yourself trim and fit.
Trim your
hair? Yeah, my hair's trimmed. This is my party 7. Yeah, most people have a 6-pack. For the older people of us will remember the party 7s. That's what I've got down here.
Mine's a keg.
Oh, look. What a waste. Look.
Can you not take him anywhere? We can take him a second time, but it's usually to apologise.
The victim of the shooting in Birmingham was shot once, he survived, and police have made 4 arrests. Headmaster Alan Browning had to have a triple heart bypass and has made a good recovery. His wife, Helen, knows exactly who to thank.
I got a present. It's to the paramedic on the motorbike.
Did it say anything about looking like Kenny Rogers?
No, it doesn't actually. But yeah, it's nice when we do get a thank you. It shows we've been appreciated.
And after a gold medal and donating blood countless times, Pat has finally decided to call it a day. Next time on Emergency Bikers, an injured man takes some handling.
All right, it's all right. It's all right, I'm going to. Just relax.
The dangers of driving while tired.
36 hours something without a rest, and it resulted in him killing people.
And Barry's called to an unusual address.
To find somebody in the middle of a bush in a park is actually a new one on myself.